ladies and gentlemen. Tonight I want to do a different kind of video, talking about unique and useful builds in PvP on the Elder Scrolls Online series. Now, for once I won't be bitching and moaning about this game. I'm just going to be talking about a build. The bitching and moaning may come later. Who's to know with this game? Right, so this one is a Nightblade. It's usually a bomber. I'll quickly show you what it's like on the bomber. So it is a very, very useful build as a bomber. As you can see, there's 22k penetration, almost 5k damage, 37 crit damage. The Magicka is nearly 2000, and overall it is a very good bomber. But with the amount of AoEs set down these days, especially the frost abilities, the Nightblade bomber, in my opinion, it's on its way out because you can't really get that close to people because the amount of AoEs just light you up like a Christmas tree. So I thought I'd do something a little different and build a resurrection build. So this build is specifically designed for resurrection and fast resurrection of teammates. So what you'll need for this is there's one main set that you can use, which is this Kraganax Hope, which decreases the time it takes to resurrect an ally by 25%, which is very good. Then you can use the Magma Incarnate for the regeneration of Magicka and Stamina. Not really the second piece that you need, you can add something else if you like, because we're going to focus solely on just resurrection. Then my second set is Shadow Walker. So while you're in Sneak or Invisible, you regenerate health and restore stamina every 1 second. Now 2075 each every 1 second is pretty good, just for being invisible. In fact, I don't think you have to be invisible, I think you just be in Sneak. Yeah, just crouch like this and you see my health pop up. So that's pretty good. There is an alternate set to this, but currently I'm sat on 2366 Magicka Recovery, 1490 Stamina Recovery, and that's the important thing, is Mag Recovery and having decent Magicka, so you can change that as you like. For the weapons, you can really have whatever you want. I've not really gone full in with this build right yet, just testing it out and whatnot. But a restoration staff wouldn't be bad, just to throw down those extra heals, but it will bring you out of Sneak if you do so. So a restore staff could be a good idea. Just be aware of your surroundings. You don't want to be whooped while you're healing people. And having infused so you get the extra recovery would probably be the best bit as well. An alternate set to Shadow Walker could be, if I Willow's Path, as it just adds recovery. So you could really use Willow's Path and Shadow Walker, which means you'd be constantly invisible, but you just won't get the extra speed time of the Kraganax Hope. So that's up to you. There's 3 sets there for you to work between. But there is some champion points that are really important for this particular build. So let's have a look at those. The blue tree really doesn't matter, so I would just have it in Magicka. Then you go to your red tree, and this is where the important bit is. So you want your health, you want speed, so you want clarity. You're not going to be doing any damage. Right, so you want to follow this tree here from Hero's Vigor. And then you want Spirit Master. This is a really vital, important champion point to have. So you want Spirit Master, and rejuvenation. As you are not going to be really using your ultimate, you're going to have that constant 90% increase at all times. Boundless vitality for extra health, and clarity. There is actually some useful ones in the green tree for this build. If you can find it, yeah. So you want to find this friends in low places one and go down. Reduce the radius you can be detected by sneak by 1 meter. That's pretty important. And reduce your movement speed penalty by 5% per stage, and in total it's 25%. Pretty important, and you can sneak about pretty well. I will show you a bit of gameplay with this guy. Then sustaining shadows is reduce the cost of sneak by 1% per stage. You get 50 of it, and increase your out of combat speed. They're the ones I recommend. You can really go with whatever you want, but as we're going to be sneaking about the place, I'll just stick Willow's Path on right now, just to see the extra the extra recovery. I don't have any glyphs on these at the moment, but it's fine. Okay, just make them at a later date, because that doesn't alter the recovery. See, ideally I've got the wrong trait on here. I would want the where's my health magic recovery? Yeah, so my magic recovery is not that good actually. Yeah, I probably want well fitted on, as it adds to the overall recovery of my magicka health and stamina. But it's worth a look. And we're going to jump in combat in a minute and go help out the team. Now I got a heavy chest and just got heavy chest because it's a craftable set. So I got heavy chest just for that extra bit of wiggle room when I need to get out of there. You want really these pots, Alliance spell pots. You can buy them at any siege merchant. You don't really want to be wasting your tripods. You want this if you're getting attacked and you want to get out of there, but for just sustaining your mag, the Alliance pots work very well, and they don't cost anything apart from AP, which you'll probably have in abundance. So let's go to Aureus as it's being attacked. Oh, I should also like to say you need an abundance of soul gems. Where are the soul gems? Right, so got 290. It's not bad. For food as well, you want this is what I personally use, just because it adds that extra health and magic recovery. You can go one for magicka and magic recovery, but you're going to be a bit more squishy. If you're short on soul gems, I do believe you can buy them with Alliance points. But if you're not, just ask in zone chat as you are working for, like, you're resurrecting the team. Ask the team to help out with the soul gem. It is also very important you do not engage the enemy on this build. You want to stay out of the way. Maybe not just rush into res who you can. Just be very strategic about it. There's one thing I do not like about this game when it comes to resurrection, is you can only resurrect one person at a time. The standard way of resurrecting people with a necromancer is kind of different, but that's for a later video. And if the person you've just resurrected doesn't accept it right away, you can't resurrect another person until it times out, or they accept the res or decline it. So as you can see in the chat, we're getting whooped at Aureus. So it could be a good opportunity to get some reses in. I do believe resurrecting people, because you're using materials, you should get AP back, but that's not in the game currently. which is kind of trash. Another thing about Arius as well, they can attack from mine side and it doesn't register as the keeps being sieged. So where are they? On outer. Right, so when you come to a keep, you always want to look over the wall first and assess the situation. Right, so we've got Team Green here, which is yellows and blues. They usually don't fight, they usually just... Oh, they have no idea I'm here. There's no point in me trying to attack them because I do no damage. There's nobody that needs resurrecting. Get a bit of support my teammate here by repairing the door. But yeah, it could take a while for me to actually show you this guy doing a resurrection, but it's absolutely brilliant when it comes to it, because I'm not bragging. I have saved the team several dozen times on this build alone just by fast resurrections. He might be a bomber in our team, maybe. See, when these two factions are fighting, yellows and blues, if they see a red, they'll both just break off fighting each other and come after the red. He's definitely going to die, so I'll just wait until these kill him and move on. There we go, he's gone. I'll just wait until they move, and watch this, watch how fast this goes. That is extremely fast for a resurrection. Personally, I think it's one of the cleverer builds, and it's useful because you've got pretty much infinite sustainable invisibility. I'm not really doing my best at staying invisible at the moment. You can burn camps, you can res people, burn siege. Why did I just collapse? I don't know. But yeah, that's pretty much it. It's that simple. It's a very useful build. It doesn't really matter about your skills. The only one that really matters is the shadowy disguise. So you can have these as whatever you want. I'd recommend just having them as heals. And yeah, that's it, guys. I hope this video helped, and I hope you find it interesting. I'll catch you next time.